Let's see what our country, India, is doing to be able to support people and unlock the potential of individuals with specific learning disability. The Rights of Persons with Disability Act 2016 formally recognized specific learning disability. It clearly calls it as a heterogeneous group of condition where there's a deficit in processing language which can be spoken, written, leading to difficulties to comprehend, speak, read, write, spell, or do mathematical calculations, as we had previously discussed. It also calls it perceptual disabilities, something which is not visible to us, it's invisible in its nature, and we know under this right there's a mandate that there has to be a 5% reservation for people with disabilities in government and government aided institutes. National Education Policy 2020 is also in consonance with the RPWD Act 2016. It focuses and mandates a student with disability, even learning disability, to be able to fully participate in the regular schooling process from their foundational years till their higher educational years, and this mandates access to education in all possible manners. Universities and colleges are thus required to set up high quality support center for students with disability to be able to transition to higher education institute. Now we have to focus on right now what the higher education landscape is ready to provide to support these students, and there are ample of things being provided by our existing regulatory and policy mandates. UGC guidelines that we can see. Transition to support students from school to higher ed is something that is of great focus. Providing support throughout, whether it be in classroom, on campus, accessible application is something that they're focusing on. Orientation and counseling support and doing need-based assessment to be able to help these students is something that we are focusing on. Moving ahead to AICTE guidelines, they're in consonance with the UGC guidelines and also focus on admissions and a lot of accommodations during admission for students with SLD, streamlining that entire process, providing the right accommodation, and also scholarship and sponsorships that can attract students with disabilities to their campuses. And moving ahead to a very crucial guideline, which is our NTA guideline. Now, NTA guideline focuses on how a student from their school ecosystem can actually transition to a higher education system. And here they themselves provide with accommodations like scribe, reader, lab assistant, giving them extra time, compensatory time. The candidate in a lot of scenarios can choose the mode of their examination. They provide preferential seating arrangement, assistive devices. So if you look, the country and the regulatory bodies have guidelines and policies that is there to support students with disability.